Hello, good morning, America, and welcome to It's Happening Out, the world's most popular live gay television talk show. We are coming to you live from the Galleria Mall in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. It's all about I Am What I Am. It's the event going on tonight, spotlighting the drag pioneers that came before us and have laid the groundwork to all the incredible divas that are out there doing their thing now. So if you want to come and look at the exhibit, it will be here at the Galleria Mall for the whole entire Pride month of June. So check it out, all right? So it's 9 p.m. Wednesday, June 1st, 2022. I'm your anchor, FayWhat. We sent Al Ferguson away on a long vacation. He's at a spa. He's getting hot stone massages all day from head to toe. He's going to be a big red mess when you get him back. We needed him to relax before gay days. That's it. Anyway, so I'm your anchor tonight, FayWhat. Let's start by meeting these incredible hosts. This is my girl, Sobourney Barnes, a true South Florida native. I know it's shocking, no one is from here. But she is, baby. Born and raised in Broward County to parents who found joy in public service, she followed in their footsteps. Welcome, Sobourney.
Thank you.
Next up, my brother from another mother, that's John Hayden. I have no idea why he's wearing sunglasses. We'll find out soon, all right? I don't know if somebody knocked him out. It wasn't me, because I would take credit for it. All right, so this is John Hayden. John's been a journalist for 27 years and now works for several South Florida outlets, including SFGN, South Florida Gay News, as community editor covering politics, arts, and philanthropic organizations. Welcome, John. What's up, Papi?
Good evening. We need to make this a quick show because I do work at Sunglass Hut here at the mall for the discount, and I'm on my break, so we need to make this quick, and I still want to grab a slice of Sbarro at the food court.
You get 10% off there too, so I'm going with you. Hi, John. Next up is my sister, like literally, my sister. This is Schaffer Zaret. She's a trans activist and panel speaker, as well as a hostess on the first talk show for and by the transgender community. You know what it is, it's Translation. Welcome, Shay.
And after the Sbarro pizza, we can go get Auntie Aunt and share some cinnamon pretzels. Cinnamon sugar pretzels.
Yes. The bites. Not the whole pretzel, the bites.
The bites.
The bites. And then we can go watch Tiffany sing I Think We're Alone Now.
Perfect. Perfect. What could be better in the world?
Next up, this is Gregg Shapiro. He's an inductee into the Chicago LGBT Hall of Fame. Gregg is the author of 8 books. 8 books. Where does he find the time to be a good husband? I don't know. Including his latest, Fear of Muses. Good evening, Gregg.
How do you do? How's everybody?
Good to see you, Papa. So, good evening, America. We are the first and most popular live LGBTQ plus talk show in the world. So much to talk about next on It's Happening Out.
This week on It's Happening Out. Join us on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. It all starts right now, live on It's Happening Out.
You're watching a live and unedited LGBTQ plus talk show. So literally anything could happen. I still have no idea what the hell is going on with John and why he has a tiara on his head. But I have a feeling that we will find out. Folks, if you're on YouTube, make sure to subscribe and click the bell for updates. You don't want to miss a single episode. If you're on Facebook, like and share this video. Also, make sure that your friends and family know that they can watch us on their smart TVs on the platforms of Roku, Google TV, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire TV. Yes, you want to see this face in HD, 5G, big ass screen. Just saying. All right. Let's consider the best thing of the week. Let's kick off the show with the best thing of the week. It's called Celebrating the Legends of Drag. I Am What I Am kicks off Pride Month. What do you think? So we're here live at the Galleria Mall. I Am What I Am is going to kick off soon. And, you know, we are spotlighting these incredible drag pioneers that started it all back in the 80s and 90s. One being your mama. Yes. I saw your mama walk up with the crown. You know you're a badass when you don't even have to wear a tiara like John is wearing. You just wear a hat with a tiara on it. That is how badass Tiffany Arriagas is.
That she is. She is a legend, especially in the Tampa Bay area. Literally, it said that you can't go nowhere without seeing her perform. I love my mama, and I'm so proud of her for being spotlighted as not only an icon, but as the legend that she is for Pride Month this year. It is amazing. I'm so proud of her.
Let's talk about
And there's so much history in this exhibit. There's more than 60 photos that are going to be on display all month here at the Galleria Mall. And there are like literally living legends right behind us in the event. And besides the fact that I'm on my break and I want a Subaru, I also want to get into there so that I can see them, hang out with them, get pictures, and make myself look much cooler than I anywhere near am.
And I told him he's got to keep the tiara on, you know? Yeah. So one of the incredible people that we are spotlighting tonight is Nikki Adams. She is just phenomenally incredible. I ran into her the other day at an Italian restaurant. I was blown away. She must use olive oil because that skin is on point, all right? Kathy Craig, Daisy Dead Petals. We're also spotlighting Latrice Royale tonight. Electra, okay? Our own Kitty Meow is going to be hosting the whole event. Velvet Lenore is going to be performing. It is going to be an extraordinary event. You should be here.
Yes, you should.
Okay, right? Right. Yes. And look at us filming. It's happening right outside of it, like stepchildren. Outside. Maybe we'll get in, maybe we'll peek over.
Not even stepchildren, we're latchkey kids.
You
gotta have like
I think they'll let us in. I think they'll let us in. We'll see. All right, let's move on to our segment called What's on Your Mind. Each host will tell us in just 30 seconds what's so important to them this week, all right? Whatever it is, okay? But remember, you only have 30 seconds or you will hear me scream and panic like a cat does when it's cornered. All right, because I don't have that belt. I hate that belt. You understand that I've thrown that bell away at least 4 times, audience, and the bell keeps on finding its way back. And I have a feeling that it's brought back by someone in a freaking tiara today. So because of that, we're going to start with Queen Hayden. Okay, what's on your mind, my friend?
Hello! Hello, everyone! Hello! Yes, this is the weekend of my 70th anniversary on the throne of England. And I have my royal scepter, my 70 scepter. Woohoo! I have my queen's purse, because you know she always has her little purse. Thank you, Dillards, for this. I got to spend an evening once watching a movie with Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth. She was also accompanied by her husband, Prince Philip, Duke of Edinburgh. It was an amazing night. I was there with a bunch of my friends who got to also do it. They take their royalty very seriously over there. One of my friends did not show proper respect. He was last seen being dragged off towards the Tower of London.
Lord have mercy.
I hope you curtsied. That's all I'm going to say. Sobourney Barnes, what is on you? Stop. You got that from the dollar. You got that from the dollar store. Stop hitting me with that.
I want the purse.
The purse we might steal though.
I am taking the purse, but
Sobourney, what is on your mind, Mama?
I won't lie, right now what is on my mind is the newest season of Stranger Things, okay? I have not been a Stranger Things fan. I recently got into it literally this weekend. I am into Stranger Things season 4, and there is so much possible queer baiting with the character Will, who, for those who do not know, have not seen, was the one who was taken in season 1. It's so interesting, it is so engaging, and what can I say? I love it, I live it, I need to finish it, so I want to get back home and finish Stranger Things season 4, part 1, and get into part 2 later.
Wow, Stranger Things just getting stranger by the season.
Oh yeah, it's crazy.
All right, catch up on that show too. There's so much to watch right now, my lord. Mr. Gregg Shapiro, what you thinking about, Bobby?
Well, I want to send kudos to Hannah Stargell, daughter of right-wing Florida Senator Kelly Stargell, for calling out their mom on TikTok for the horror show that she is. Bravo, Hannah.
Fill me in. What happened? What happened?
The mother's like a nutbag.
Yeah.
And Kelly went on, Hannah went on to TikTok and told the truth about her mother.
Yep.
And actually, and our beloved Max Fenning, who testified in front of Stargell's committee, she was the one sitting on the dais, like basically being her horrible self.
Yeah.
Spewing hate.
Spewing hate.
Right.
And so it's, yes, their
Very
daughter.
exciting.
Yeah, very exciting to see.
Wow, so the daughter, we're all going to start following you on social
Yes.
media.
Yes.
You just got all these add-ons, just to let you know. Go, girl. I love that. That's fantastic. And Miss Schaffer Zaret, what is on your mind this week, beautiful?
So this week what's on my mind is Pride Month. We're so close, it's just a day away, and we're getting there with celebrating and being together, but what's really important is our community is under attack, we are under attack. And so while we want to celebrate, we want to be together, we want to celebrate the victories we've had in our lifetime so far, there's so much more work to do. So that's on my mind a lot. Support brands during Pride Month that support great causes and really be diligent about that, but also just know that we have a fight ahead of us, and it's not going to be easy.
It is not, Mama. It is not. Those midterm elections are coming faster than you know it, and we got to get on our P's and Q's, make sure everybody's out there voting. We've got to scream louder than we've ever screamed before, because things are going to get scary. Next up, let's catch up from the news from the world of entertainment. So, British comedian Ricky Gervais is defending jokes about taboo subjects after he came under fire for transphobic jokes in his new Netflix special, Supernatural. In the special, he jokes about, quote, new women with beards and cocks. He makes a joke about misgendering a trans woman while expressing fear of being raped by one, and about being called a TERF for the misgendering. Our entertainment headline of the week is Ricky Gervais adds another anti-trans comedy special to Netflix. What are we talking about?
So
where do we begin on this one? Let's talk to the woman living a trans experience. What do you think about this freaking mess? Because I tell you, I was about to have a freaking heart attack.
I think my thoughts are a little controversial. I really feel like we need to lean into these specials. We need to lean into these comedians and start a dialogue. This isn't about boycott Netflix, get it off the air. I just don't feel that way. We have to come together as a community and just kind of start the discourse. Like, okay, great, you didn't think it was funny. Maybe it was tasteless, it was offensive. Trans women, there's violence against trans women. Some of these things are picked up by people and used against us. That is for damn well sure. But it's just time that we, kind of move away from the traditional discourse and the traditional shock and awe. Oh my goodness, what is this? And say, okay, how are we going to talk about this? When we're talking to our cisgender or colleagues that are not of the trans experience, like, how do we lean into this? It's time to start having the tough conversations. It's time to say, you know what, I didn't find that funny, and here's why. Because you know what? Like,
it's not funny.
It's not. And I think it's in a lot of ways, these turf arguments and these things that are picked up, we have to find a way. I hope in our future there's a way that we can laugh at ourselves, we can laugh with the community, like others do. But you know what, we're not there yet. And with the trans community being under attack, again, we have to start the discourse. We have to lean in and say, okay, Ricky, like, dude, why is that funny? Like, why do you think it's funny?
Well, and after Dave Chappelle and what we went through with Dave Chappelle, am I wrong in saying this, and I might be alone on this one, that he won't get the same backlash because he's white?
I'm gonna say yes and no. Like,
okay.
And I would say this because as a person of color, I've heard jokes about the queer and trans community my entire life from comedians like Dave Chappelle and the like. So it's not new to me. Like, I won't lie, one of my favorite comedy specials is, and I have it on VHS, that's how old this is The Kings of Comedy with D.L. Hughley, Cedric the Entertainer, and all of them. And there are a couple jokes that are made about folks that are queer, that are trans. And at the time, of course, it flew over my head. I was a little kid. I didn't fully understand it. But now watching it as an adult, they didn't age gracefully. And I feel like that's what's going to happen now, is that these are not going to be jokes that age gracefully. And the comedians who made these jokes are going to understand, like, hey, you have to come at it from a different angle. Like, because they make, let's not say that they don't make fun of women, especially males. Like, women make fun of men, men make fun of women, folks who aren't queer make fun of the queer community, and even in the reverse. So it's just understanding how far to take that joke, and when you've gone too far, just make that apology. Like, understand, like, you hurt somebody for what you say, and understand that you have a pedestal, you have a platform to speak on that other people don't. So being careful about what you say.
Being responsible.
There you go.
What you say. John, what do you think?
I don't think, well, I can tell you, Ricky is not going to apologize.
No,
he has been around too long.
He seems like a very sour man. I'm not a fan of his stuff. I do like his show Afterlife, because there's a dog in it, right? But I mean, he strikes me as a very sour guy. He walks around like he constantly smells a fart. Is that his way? Like, is he a sour person?
He doesn't smell like fart. I can tell you that. I've
smelled him.
I've smelled him.
Okay.
I've been as closest to him right now as I am to you.
Okay.
So, and I can smell you. And you smell beautiful.
Oh,
by the
thank
way.
you. Thank
I
you.
watched
Thank you,
this
Flower
show.
Mom.
I watched his comedy special, or at least the first half, because then the gummies kicked in. That was done. But it wasn't even funny. And that is, poor taste aside, the greatest sin you can commit when you do a comedy special is to not be funny. And he wasn't funny. He brought nothing original. He brought nothing new. Yeah. I'll laugh at a gay joke if it's something that I haven't heard over the course of my however many years I've been on this planet. But he wasn't even funny. And that's also needs to be
well, that's kind of necessary. It's a comedy show.
And at least get to know us. Like, if you want to make jokes about me, call me up, Ricky. Like, I'll tell you all the funny things I've experienced in the last 18 months, and you can use it. You can credit me for the material, and we'll go on tour together.
And make that money.
Yeah, I mean,
right? You could be the consultant.
Yes.
You could be the right?
Yeah. The only thing funny about him are his teeth, which are both hilarious and terrifying
at the same time. All right. Well, we'll be following this story for sure. Let's see what happens. I don't know if I could sit through the special to give you my opinion in a couple days, but I'll try. How about that? Okay. Anyway, so that's our discussion on entertainment. Next, we report that Happening Out Television Network helps support our LGBTQ plus community, unlike Ricky Gervais. An example is Sunshine Cathedral, the world's largest queer church here in Fort Lauderdale. We usually broadcast from our permanent set, and supporting that partnership, today we are at the Galleria Mall. But the network broadcasts the largest LGBTQ plus religious broadcast in the world, with more than 30,000 watching every Sunday at 10:30 a.m. Eastern, and it's totally live. We encourage you to tune in. Our campaign of sponsorship proudly supports Sunshine Cathedral is my queer church. Watch this.
I'm Victor Jimenez, the Executive Director of the Tampa Bay International Gay and Lesbian Film Festival. And Sunshine Cathedral is my queer.
I love Sunshine Cathedral. I was actually there this past Sunday, and Reverend Durrell, Reverend Robert, all those people over there, Gabe Salazar, you guys are incredible. If you are in South Florida, make sure you go by Sunshine Cathedral. So up next, if we were standing around the LGBTQ plus water cooler, this is what we would all be talking about. We refer to it as the hot topic of the week. Mattel is celebrating iconic Laverne Cox with an official Barbie collection doll. The description from the website reads, quote, as a 4-time Emmy-nominated actress, Emmy-winning producer, and the first transgender woman of color to have a leading role on a scripted TV show, Laverne Cox uses her voice to amplify the message of moving beyond societal expectations to live more authentically, end quote. You can get one for yourself at creations.mattel.com. Our hot topic headline for the week is Laverne Cox, honored with first trans Barbie doll. What do you guys think?
I love it.
Bravo, Mattel, bravo. But just don't let 1 million moms know, because they're certainly going to burst the blood vessel.
Do tell 1 million moms.
Go buy them.
Listen, go tell the 4 ladies that are the 1 million moms that the Laverne Cox Barbie is going to sell out. For sure. All right.
I got online. I purchased it. I'm waiting for it to show up, and I had to stop. Like when I was putting in my credit card information, I had to stop and say, like, I had a flashback to being in Toys R Us as a kid and seeing a Barbie doll and a G.I. Joe next to each other, or a Ken doll. And I remember from that young age having to like tell myself, no, you can't have the Barbie doll. You have to have the Ken doll, because boys play with boy dolls or something like that. And for me, like, to have that moment, I mean, that she was a part of creating it, that she had input, and just to know that like it's going to be on my mantle, but other young queer kids can like see that in the store or go online, like it just symbolizes so much. It's the biggest, most amazing step. I mean, yes, it's a Barbie doll, but it's so much more than that.
It's so much more.
So much more than that.
It's just, and I think that you can agree with me. Like, as a kid, when I saw the first Fiesta doll, okay, because they always name the Latina Barbie, Fiesta, right? And I'd be like, okay, well, she's brown and she's got curly hair. Okay, cool. If I felt something about that doll when I saw her.
Exactly. Like, I remember the first time, and this was like the ballerina Barbie. I saw her. She was gorgeous. I loved her. It was one of my first black Barbie dolls. I had many after the fact, but always straight hair, never hair like mine. So I never felt fully connected to her. so I always cut it and tried to braid it. I may be that slight dissenting voice. It's like, what about this Barbie doll is so different other than that it will look like Laverne Cox? Like, I'm assuming that it's like every other Barbie doll out there, yet we will have people who are protesting and against a Barbie doll. And like all of the Barbies and the Kens out there, none of them have any genitalia, so it's like, what are you really upset about?
Right? But again,
what is
think
the
about that. We shouldn't be fighting or debating about what's between our legs no matter what.
Exactly. It should not matter.
I debate on who's between my legs.
Well, that's you every
completely
Tuesday.
different.
I get it.
I love this doll. However, I must say, it comes with like a 3-piece outfit that you can mix and match, which is awesome, but none of it's orange. There should be a little orange
the
in
orange
there.
is the new black.
Yeah, there should
Look, I love Laverne Cox. I love everything that she stands for. She's incredible when she does the red carpet for E. You know, and she's just her style, her fashion. I mean, she's a trailblazer. Who else should get a Barbie doll? Elliot Page. That's my next one.
They should get a Ken doll then.
I
was gonna say Zendaya, but Zendaya I think already has a Barbie, and I cannot.
We gotta find somebody else in LGBTQ plus to be made into a Barbie doll, because we've got some incredible representation in our community, and Laverne Cox is an incredible way to start.
Like, you can't be the only one. Oh wait,
FayWhat?
There we go.
FayWhat.
I was just about to say, I'm like, wait a minute, a FayWhat doll.
Yeah, they need to put extra boobs and
have like
extra
a
hair.
million puppies and dogs.
And like a bunch of dogs and a bunch of gay boys. It comes with your accessories. My accessories will be dogs and gay boys and shoes.
It is so ordered.
There you go.
And so it is.
I'm the queen, darling.
All right, get your Laverne Cox doll today, all right? Next, let's explore the LGBTQ plus world this week with the silly and important headlines in the LGBTQ plus news. This week, a lightning round. Let's discuss them in our segment called Saved by the Bell. But there's a twist. We are only going to discuss each headline for 1 minute, un minuto, 60 seconds. At the end of the minute, you are going to hear, you brought the bell. How could you have brought that?
They brought it.
That's so, it's in my contract, like in little letters at the bottom. When FayWhat hosts, the bell disappears.
Exactly. They brought the bell but left the liquor. Kind of mad.
They got rid of the white guy, but they kept the bell. I don't understand. There were 2 things on that rider. Anyway, all right, here we go. The U.S. Department of Agriculture said this month it will change how it interprets Title IX prohibits on discrimination based on sex. To, quote, to include discrimination based on sexual orientation and gender identity. That change means that schools that accept any kind of funding, including students receiving FAFSA or Pell Grants, or students who receive federally subsidized school lunch funding, will be subject to the new Title IX LGBTQ plus interpretation. Saved by the Bell headline number 1. Biden administration to tie federal funding to Title IX compliance. What are we talking about here?
Well, this is great because this means that any public school district from liberal New York to deep conservative West Texas is going to have to not discriminate against its LGBT plus students because they get federal funds. This is a rule that can easily be undone should a new administration come in. But it takes a while, so I think we've got at least 3 or 4 good years that we're going to be able to have this in place. Hopefully much, much longer. And when I heard about this story, I was like, wait, don't you mean the Department of Education? But no, it's the Department of Agriculture because it deals with child food programs and food insecurity. However, the Department of Education is also set to roll back rules that were put in place in the last days of the Trump administration by that hateful, terrible, horrible woman, Betsy DeVos. So Betsy, you may have bought a cabinet seat, but your legacy is being erased, and I enjoy watching every step of it.
There you go.
Goodbye, Cruella DeVos. I just worry that this is going to give them an excuse to start more charter schools, so they won't be under this. I just worry about that.
That is definitely a worry.
That's a big concern.
Next up, in a major victory for sex workers, OnlyFans has pledged to financially support the Woodhull Freedom Foundation, an advocacy organization that fights for sexual freedom as a human right. The statement represents a pivot from OnlyFans' position not even a year ago, where the company announced that it would be prohibiting sexually explicit content. Saved by the Bell headline number 2. OnlyFans finally shows political support for sex work.
About damn time. Thank you. After Bella Thorne blew up OnlyFans with, I'm not even gonna go into it, but she knows she was not doing what she was supposed to do. took away options for individuals to be able to get money in a very much easier open market because of what she did. Not happy with that, but definitely happy that there is more support for sex workers, because at the end of the day, it is much safer than being out on the street in a space where you could be harmed physically.
And sex work is work.
It's work.
It's work. Like, I'm putting in the time, the effort, I'm looking cute, like, that's time.
Exactly.
The makeup costs money, honey.
What?
It does.
And it's good to see them putting their money where their mouth or any other applicable orifices.
You got it. Thank you.
Please.
David. Live TV, don't you love how that happens, right? Okay, so let's go back to the sex worker real quick. Okay, a lot of people in our LGBTQ plus community, that's their job. That's the only job that they can get. That is the only work that they can get. A lot to do with, maybe they're transitioning, maybe they don't have the right paperwork. I mean, like, we can go miles and miles as to what the reason is. There should be a union by this point already. Sex work should be unionized, should be protected. There should be health insurance. There should be across the board support and protection for all those who do sex work, not just LGBTQ plus across the board.
And it gives them the liberation to do it the way that they want to do it, not under a studio, not under no casting couch, so to speak. Like, it's just their content the way they want it. And the demand has shifted. People are consuming this content. They want it.
Yep.
The public wants it.
Think about it. 10 years ago, we didn't have OnlyFans. You know that there's people making a shit ton of money on OnlyFans. And I'm saying 6 figures and up really easily in a couple months. That's how much money is being generated through OnlyFans. The least they can do is support the workers who are allowing them to make all that money.
Yes.
All right? Next up, in an effort to shine a light on the history of LGBTQ plus bars, Miller Lite, yes, our favorite beer, released Beers and Queer History, a guidebook that explores the stories of 10 iconic queer bars. The Beers and Queer History was made in collaboration with Pulitzer Prize nominee and LGBTQ plus historian, Dr. Eric Cervini. Saved by the Bell headline number 3. Miller Lite celebrates pride with Beers and Queer History book. I'm going to go to hit the author with this one. Greg, what do you think?
I sort of have mixed feelings because I'm grateful for the attention and the tribute, but I'm also a little mistrusting of the corporate aspect.
That part.
Yeah.
I'm always mistrustful of anything that is corporate, even if they do give this to the community and that they have people who are from the community that are spearheading it. I'm like, at the end of the day, you're about that almighty dollar.
Yeah.
You're not about uplifting the community and really showing anything. You're pandering so that way we buy and you get those queer dollars. Like, just call a spade, you know? At the same time, when you have us a part of the conversation, you have us a part of the content, I will always give you claps, because that is important, as opposed to having some cisgender, heteronormative person doing it who does not understand our community and who's just guessing at what it means.
And queer history is bar history.
Yeah.
That is.
Stonewall, which we start Pride Month this month, started at
A
the
bar.
Stonewall Bar. That's why it's called Stonewall. And the fact that we're at this event this evening, celebrating drag queens, kicking off Pride Month, celebrating the entertainment that they've given us so much of over the course of 50 years, but also to celebrate their activism, that they have led the way. And so often we forget them, and it's just the L, the G, and begrudgingly the B, but we need to bring the entire acronym with us, because it's together we will continue to make history.
It's very true. So Miller Lite, thank you for doing this. We do appreciate it in the LGBTQ plus community. I just wish you did it in February.
There you go.
Or March.
But then again,
June is nice.
But then February is Black History Month, so you have to do something for Black people. Then March is Women's History Month, so you have to do something for women. So again, you're pandering to that specific majority or
pander across the board.
Exactly. Like, do it every single day of the year, not just during a specific month to get your dollars up, honey. But that's just my take.
But the use a cold beer in June. It's hot.
Not a Miller Lite.
No, that's true.
I don't drink you, I'm sorry.
So before we end the show, we introduce our sponsor, Jetz Pizza. Ooh. Where is my Jetz Pizza?
Give me my pizza.
Yeah, coming to South Florida, and you have to try the pizza of choice for the LGBTQ plus community, Jetz Pizza. We always enjoy our pizza from Jetz. They have incredible sandwiches and other types of pizza. They have veggie. Vegans out there, they have stuff for you, all right? All the wonderful drag queens love Jetz Pizza. I was watching, I saw TP Lord's feed the other day. She was in Fort Lauderdale. She goes, I gotta start eating Jetz Pizza more often.
It's good.
There it is, Jetz Pizza. So that's it, America. Another week with you and the world's first and most popular LGBTQ plus talk show in the world. Before we sign off, let's hear from our host for one final good night. And a good night from John Hayden.
Good night, everyone. Good night, everyone. And get down to the Galleria Mall. If you are in Fort Lauderdale over the course of the next month, come see this exhibit. It's great, it's detailed, it's more than just pageantry and crowns. There's real history besides each picture. It's worth the trip. And also, God save the Queen! Oh, and I earned these beads the royal way.
Oh, there's so much to that.
Were those in your butt? All right, next up, Sobourney Barnes. With a little goodbye.
Good night, world. I hope you have a great Pride Month, and honestly, a great every month. Why the hell not? But also, please, please, please remember there are folks who are out there who they are going through a tough time, especially in Texas, where so many young lives were taken recently. So please give and remember to love your fellow man. And I'm just going to put it out there. I statement, not the statement of anyone in Happening Out News Network. We need stricter accordances with gun laws. I'm just saying.
Girl, you're preaching to the choir. And a good night by Schaffer Zaret.
So during this Pride Month, learn our history, live our history, celebrate our history, connect with people you haven't before, experience new parts of our community, get out of your comfort zone. This is a time where we really need everyone in our community to understand where the fight needs to go, and take this month and try to do it every month, but especially this month, uplift the stories and voices that matter, and let's get together and let's really make a difference this Pride Month and every single day.
I love you, Shay. Thank you for being on our show today.
I love you.
My sis, girl. Gregg Shapiro, good night from you.
Good night, and I'm sure we'll be saying this many times throughout the month. Happy Pride. Please be safe, take care of each other, love each other.
It's been a wonderful show here live from the Galleria Mall for I Am What I Am, the event brought to us by History Fort Lauderdale. Incredible, incredible drag pioneers being spotlighted this evening, and we're blessed to be here with the Happening Out Television Network. But I ask you, is what you watched tonight important to you? You sat right here with us at the LGBTQ plus kitchen table. You know, it's Pride Month, like everybody on the panel said. And you know, Pride Month it's here, and it's a month for us to remember all the history, remember what we've been through, never forget the past. We seem to be repeating a lot of crap that we probably shouldn't have to, you know, but as long as we stick together, like Sobourney said before, that is how we get ahead. We will not be silenced, we will not be stopped, but there is such strength in our numbers. Next time you see other people in LGBTQ+, give them a wink, give them a hug, because we are in this together, and we're not going to make it anywhere without them and our allies. So remember that we're here every Wednesday at 9 p.m. live. Don't forget, Queer News Tonight, daily at 8 p.m. Hotspots Magazine and WMEG Events is also here, rocking your world. And remember, if it's important to you, it's happening out. Good night, America.
Night.